Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. We are currently flying over Vietnam. We just took off from... where we took off from? Tranoc Airport, or Tranoc Airport. We're in the Bell Huey helicopter, done by Teog's hangar. And our current flight plan, we're going to fly over to another airport, which is Camau. You'll have to excuse me if I'm saying these names wrong. Yeah, we're flying over to Camau. We're going to pick up a casualty, and we're going to transport him to, where are we going after that? Kien Giang Hospital. That's where we're going. So we're going to another airport, going to land, going to pick a casualty up and then transport him to a hospital. I haven't done this route before, I haven't done this flight before, so I'm learning as we go. And we're currently heading the wrong way. Let's turn her. So we're currently streaming on Twitch, and then all the videos go across to my YouTube channel. This is the first part of the series that I'm doing with all different helicopters, this being the first one. I've got some Cowan simulation helicopters as well to go through. Pick a landmark, any landmark. Well, I would, but we're all surrounded by trees. Right, what's me heading? 2-4. Right, we'll head in that direction then. Yeah, so it's just the first part of my flight simulator series that I'm doing. This first series is going to be on the helicopters, just different helicopters, flying different flight plans around the globe. So welcome. We have a Discord channel for gaming, for the gaming community. You're welcome to join us. We've got an Elite Dangerous squadron. We've got a World Tanks squadron. Yeah, get yourself in there. I've been meaning to do this one for a while. I do enjoy my flight sim. And I do enjoy flying the helicopters. I have flown this one a couple of times. I'm yet to figure out the navigation side of things with the dials, work in progress and all that. But I'm really loving this helicopter. Just listen to the sound of these blades. Just listen. Absolutely incredible. We've got a river here, so I might just tag on that river. Follow that river down. As you can see, we're heading to Victor Charlie Tango, Tranoc Airport, which is our first waypoint. Like I said, I've not been there before, so I don't know the area, I don't know where I'm going to land in or anything, so we'll figure it as we go. So yeah, welcome. If it's first time to the channel and you're watching the video, drop a comment, let us know what you enjoy flying. Do you like helicopters? If so, which one's your favourite? If I had to pick a favourite, it'd be the Bell 222 by Cowan Simulation. I absolutely love that helicopter. But yeah, I mean, this one flies beautifully, I've got to admit. Yeah, follow this river. So this flight's about an hour, give or take. It's all handheld, so there's no autopilot here. It's all flight stick and yeah. So obviously the helicopter livery is the 17th Cavalry, 101st Airborne Division. So yeah, I thought first flight with that livery, Vietnam, had to be, didn't it? Had to be. But the sound pack on this helicopter is something else. Absolutely amazing. Can't really hear it when you level flight. It's when you turn. You can hear the chop of the blades. So we do have a flight plan molded in. It's there. It's just there for guidance, really. You know, I'm skimming the trees, so enjoying the scenery, breaking all the rules. Enjoy your flight sim. Other games I like to play that I'm streaming as well is On the Road Truck Simulator. I've played it many times, but I've been doing another playthrough just for the streams. That's nearly, well, I say about halfway through that. That's coming to an end. That's nice, where the river just turned red, the sandy bottom, I'm presuming. That was nice. Nice little transition. Other games I'm playing No Man's Sky, which I'm very new to it. I've only been playing it 3 days. Absolutely loving it. I did try it years ago, and as I play Elite Dangerous as well, I thought No Man's Sky was a bit cartoony for me. But I give it a try again. Like I said, 3 days ago, and yeah, absolutely loving it. I wish I'd stuck to it. I wish I stuck with it last time I played it and give it more of a chance. But yeah, thoroughly getting into that. So I'm live streaming them as well. What else? Starfield. I've been playing that for years. I've been through the entity more times than I've had hot dinners. So there's not really much I can do with that regarding my streams. I am looking forward to the Euro Trucker coming out on console. That's going to be epic. Really looking forward to that. I've also been doing live streams for the Fish in the North Atlantic, an oldish game, one that I've not played. So I thought I'd do that as well, give that a run through. And like I said, I enjoy my flight simulator. I enjoy the helicopters. So yeah, this is my first flight on my stream. So welcome. Like I said, my Discord's there. I'm trying to create a bit of a gaming community. Gamers who are into different games. You know, there's all different channels on there. From Flight Sim to World of Tanks to Fortnite to Call of Duty. You name it, it's all on there. Just pop in, say hello. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram as well. This is lovely. And she's not hanging about either. We're doing, what, 110 knots? But she's not hanging about. Now I haven't set the trim on this helicopter. It was, I took off as it was set as default, so I've not had to do much trimming. With the Bell 222, however, that does take some trimming. You've got to, because otherwise you end up using a lot of forward stick on it. But this one's not too bad. I am a little off centre on the stick, little upward pressure to keep the nose pointed level or pointed down, pointing in the right direction, shall we say. But other than that, there's not much input. You hear the blade start slapping then as we banked. Like I say, if you haven't got this helicopter and you've seen it on Marketplace and you're undecided whether to buy it or not, it's an absolute stunner. It really is. And all the dials light up green in the dark, which is really nice. The video is not a review by no means. I'm not giving a full-on review of the helicopter. It's just basically an insight to it, that's all. I enjoy flying it, so I thought my first episode on my series would be the Huey helicopter by Tranoc Airport. Hope you're all enjoying the weekend. Hope you haven't been working too hard during the week. I do try and do a live stream once a week, at least once a week. Like I say, I'm playing various games, so one week I can be doing Flight Sim, next week I can be doing No Man's Sky, the week after I can be doing some mining in Elite Dangerous, week after that I might be doing a bit of Formula 1. Just mixing it up, you know, a bit of variety. Lovely. Let's jump back out the helicopter in a minute. It's a bit difficult in the helicopter when you jump outside. It's not like the planes, it's not like the fixed wing on autopilot, you know. It's level flying at 4,000 feet at 180 knots and you just nip outside for a quick photo. Helicopters don't work that way, unfortunately. When you go to the external view, you're still manually flying, and in some cases it's a bit difficult to work out whether you're level flying, whether you're pitching down or pitching up. So you can't stay outside too long for obvious reasons. Quick check of the map. Yeah, we're a bit offline, but yeah, let's find another landmark. We're going a bit off route here. Don't want to be running out of fuel on my first flight of my series. That wouldn't be good, would it? Head this way. The type of flying I'm doing at the minute is probably VFR. Probably way too low than what I should be, but hey ho. Flying a helicopter, you don't want to be 10,000 feet here. You want to be down in it. The whole point of them. And what I tend to do with helicopters, so where you got your flight plan here, so we're kind of heading in the right direction now. And what I normally would do is I'd pick a landmark in the distance and then head to that landmark, where basically I know I'm heading in the vicinity of the flight plan. And then once I get to that landmark, I'd then load up the flight plan again, quick check, pick a new landmark and continue. I just find it works, it's easier. Yeah, it works. Unless, of course, you're flying at night, where it'd be a lot difficult then, wouldn't it? This would be pitch black, you won't be able to pick a landmark, you'll not be able to see it. So we're on Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. I have recently moved over to it. I said middle of last year. Moved over to it. I have mixed thoughts about it, to be honest. The career mode, well, it's hit and miss. I find my own experience, my own opinion. I think there's a lot of work to be done on it. I don't think it's a finished product. Yeah, I've been flight simming for years. Started back in the 90s on a PC, and yeah, I think there's a lot of work to do in the career mode. You can land the same plane, same configuration, but then when you try and land again in a different airport, your plane turns into a kangaroo and decides to hop and bop all the way down the runway for some reason. Don't know why. And no matter how I configure it, it just doesn't make a difference, so it's kind of annoying. And as some of you may be aware, in career mode you have to pay for your fuel, and if you crash your plane, well, unless you've got full insurance, and even then you've still got to buy it back, it's can ruin your company. So for now, I'll just give the career mode a miss. Only because it's taken the fun out of the flight sim, in my experience. I think there's two qualifications I've not got, which is like the heavy aircraft. Listen to them blades, listen to them slap. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, way off. And I've got my headset on, so I've got my earphones on, so the blades are really prominent. They really stand out when I'm turning. Okay, so we're over here somewhere. Yeah, so the airport we're going to, I've never been before. And what I normally do with the helicopters is I'll do a flyby, get a check of my surroundings. Obviously I'm not using ATC. I don't even know if they're there because I've not heard them talking yet. So they're all probably asleep. Do a flyby of the airport, get a layout of the land, and then do me approach. I say we're going to simulate picking up a casualty, and then we're going to run him to the hospital. Again, not been to the hospital, so I know it's a helipad there, but I don't know if it's on the roof, I don't know if it's on the floor, I have no idea. We'll figure it out as we go, eh? There's plenty of liveries with this helicopter as well, all different variations from search and rescue to different country liveries for the military. Yeah, there's a lot to choose. There's a lot to choose from. And as all helicopters, when we're coming into approach, they sound wicked, man. Yeah, when we're coming into the approach, it's always best to slow her down and plan it. You can't just wing. You can't just wing it. sorry for the pun. Yeah, you can't just fly in at 130, 120 knots and expect to land on the spot. Well, I can't anyway. Some people might be able to, but I'm not one of them. I need planning and preparation and plenty of notice. But yeah, she's really nice to fly. She doesn't take much input to keep her in the air. Obviously you've got to tweak it now and again, you can't just leave it. You've got to, but yeah, she flies nice. I'm not familiar with Vietnam, so I couldn't tell you where we're flying over or what's near. I just know we're in Vietnam in a cool helicopter. If you are watching the video on YouTube and you like what you're watching, you like the type of videos that I create, please drop us a follow and subscribe. Better still, jump into my Discord, come join us and say hello. You're more than welcome. This airport might be just like yeah, a little grass strip. I've no idea, didn't even check, but yeah, that one'll do. We'll go there first. That's the fun, isn't it? That's the surprise. I do apologise if you can hear the clicking on the flight stick for the map, the flight plan. My headphones are highly sensitive, do tend to pick up every bit of noise. I find an hour flight in a helicopter, just under or just over an hour, plenty, to be honest, especially flying it by hand. Any longer than that, my arm wants to drop off. At least doing it this way, we get to land, bit of a breather, and then away we go. I love it when people come onto my Twitch stream advertising. Absolutely brilliant. They should all do it. They should all come onto my stream and post links and buy this and buy that. And at the end of my stream I've got plenty of people to block, so keep doing it. Right, so I do believe the airport is at our, should be at about 12 o'clock position, straight in front of us, should be. Well yeah, let's see if we can find it. Or notice it at least. 31 minutes and I've only got one spam message on my Twitch. I need to improve. Need more. Much more. I do apologise, I keep bringing the flight plan up because I know we're getting close and I don't want to overshoot it or miss it and then having to backtrack. But I know we're getting close. There's nothing standing out to me just yet though. The good thing about helicopters is when you fly over an area that you've never flown before, you really do get a chance to take in the scenery, take in the surroundings. Far more better than you would if you was in a fixed wing. I couldn't do this in a CRJ or an Airbus 320. You get to see things that you would otherwise miss. A bit like this airport we're going to miss in a minute. I'm going to tag onto this lake. I think it goes into the vicinity of the airport, and hopefully we should get a visual on it. Hopefully. Well, I said lake, it's kind of just stopped dead there. It just changed colour. I don't know what's really going on with that. It was a lake and then it's not a lake. I do believe it's to our left a bit. Let's go over here. It should be on our nose. I don't want to descend too much. I'll try and keep the altitude as it is. I'm looking for a runway of some sort. A plane, anything. to the right. Okay, so it should be right in front of us. My calculations are correct. Could be in that cornfield. Because we're pretty much right on top of it. And as it stands, I've not seen anything yet that resembles an airport. It is right in front of us. Like I say, I've not been here before, so I don't exactly know what we're looking for, apart from an airport, a runway of some sort. But some of you may know who've experienced flight simulator for many years. Some runways don't look like runways. And they're very hard to determine whether you're landing on the right spot, especially if you've experienced career mode. Here we go. Here we go, this is more like it. Here's the airport. But like I said, we're going to do a flyby. Just get a way of the land. There's one just taking off there now. Yeah, smack bang over it, okay. Them blades sound awesome, man. They really do. They're very prominent when you start banking. Obviously I'm slowing down, I'm coming into land, so I'm not going to go inside the helicopter. I need to stay focused. Otherwise we'll end up in the ditch. Okay, I seem to have lost the bearings. Yeah, I've lost my bearings a little bit. Airport. Just don't want it to start picking up speed again. Thought I'd seen a plane taking off. It must have been a car. I thought this was the runway, but obviously it's not. I'm getting a bit of turbulence here now, coming in, not much, but enough to bounce her around a little bit. Yeah, that's not the runway, that. Definitely not the runway. Cars everywhere. Which one's the run? Which one's the runway? There's cars on them all. It was a clue, man. It was a clue. Casualties bleeding death. Come on. Right, we're going to put it down in front of one of these buildings here. That's my plan. If she'll let me. Oh. Nope, she's not going to let me. Steady as we go, steady as we go. Okay. Dodge the houses. I don't know which one the runway is, so we're just going to plonk it there on the grass. So gently. Gently. There we go. So we are down. I got a rating of 4 stars. Not too shabby. Means nothing to you PC guys, but I'll take that any day. Right then. Give me arms a shake. Beautiful. There's our flight plan. So now we're going to head over to helipad. What's the name of the airport? What's the name of it? What's the name of it? It is... Where are we going? Kien Giang Hospital. Kien Giang. Yeah. One of them. that's where we're going to next. So we've got our casualty aboard. He's strapped in, all tucked in. Drip lines are fed in. He's good to go. And now we need to go and find the hospital. If you're still with me, thank you very much for joining. Thank you very much for sticking with me. We're in the Bell Yui helicopter by Teo's hangar. And this is the first episode of the helicopter series for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. It's a bit of a drink and away we go. Right, which way are we going? We're going left. As you can probably already tell, I'm not a real well pilot. We're going left. Come on, Betty, turn. We're going left. There we go. How are we doing now? We're in right direction? Yeah, we're in right direction. Passenger aboard, and away we go. Yeah, I haven't done many flights over in Vietnam, I've got to admit. If I had to land an airplane into that airport, I think I'd crash. But it's not very obvious where the runway is. But yeah. On to the hospital. Like I say, we've been flying, what, 45 minutes. It doesn't take a lot of effort. It's comfortable to fly. It really is. And I haven't done a lot of tweaking with me flight stick neither. For those interested, I'm using the Velocity 1 flight stick. Velocity 1 flight stick. I was looking at the name of my flight stick now and my helicopter's nosediving to earth. Don't do that. Need to go right. We're heading over to we're flying to America here. We're going the wrong way. Turn, Civil, turn. Some helicopters, I'm in Worsley Collective. It's halfway. I've got halfway on the Collective, just past halfway, and I'm doing 130 knots. The input of keeping a level is bare minimum. Some helicopters you have to give more collective and a lot more upward pressure to keep them level flying. Power lines there, yeah, I'll probably hit them. But overall, she handles really nice. She really does. Like I say, it's not a review. I'm not going through the switches and click this and click that. It's doing a flight, you know, just flying together. Jump back outside. We've got a minute. Stunning aircraft, stunning. Don't stay outside too long. I don't know if you noticed, but the helicopter was beginning to have a mind of its own. If you're watching the video on YouTube and you'd like for me to do a flight and you have a recommendation, feel free to comment. I'll put it up on the next stream. And what I will do as well, when I get to the end of my stream, I'll change the time zone so it's night time, so you can get a view of the cockpit. It's really nice, really nice. Obviously, This is the military version, so at night you've got all the green dials, the green backlight of the dials, and it looks cool. I hope this is a big helipad, otherwise we're going to have a problem. I hope the hospital's a big hospital, otherwise I'm not going to find it. And that's if you're going from A to B in a fixed wing, from airport to airport, it's not quite easy, it's easier. Get a visual on your runway, get a visual on the airport. Normally you see the airport first before the runway. With helicopters, it's a lot different. You can be doing a helipad to helipad. One helipad might be on a roof, the other helipad might be in a jungle. And yeah, that's the challenge. But thankfully you can bring the helicopter to a standstill in mid-air and bring it to a hover, and you can have a look around. Obviously the higher the altitude you are, the more difficult it is to put it into a hover. Any helicopter, not just this one. Quite forgiving as well, the aircraft. Quite forgiving, you can really bank it over, but if you make a handling error you can snatch it back and it works with you. Some helicopters, they tend to go into a spasm and then out of control, and the more you try and control it, the more it goes out of control. With this one, it's a good aircraft. It's a good model. Developers at Tails Hangar have done a really good job on it. Coming from a flight simmer, not a pilot. I'm not a pilot, by no means. When flying the helicopters, I'm looking at my horizon, I'm checking the VSI to make sure that I'm not climbing or descending. Best, and it's hard because you're forever altering the input of the flight stick. You know, only little movements, but yeah, you're trying to catch it. Which makes it interesting. Especially on long flights. If you can see on the panels in front of me, you can see the horizon, the ball on the second row from the right at the top, the horizon ball, you can see that, white foot up, black foot down. In the middle, I'm sure that's the NDB needle, I'm sure it is. It could be the VOR. It's one of them, but it looks like it's programmed in to the next waypoint. Yeah, it is. Well, there you go. Then I keep bringing my flight planner up. Just follow the needle. Why did I think of that? Always learning. We're on, apart from the time zone, we're on real world weather. So yeah, Vietnam looks like the place to visit. Stunning. Yeah, so you see on the flight plan a bit off, so as the aircraft comes round, you can see the needle moving round anti-clockwise to the 12 o'clock position as the aircraft moves right. So now it's at 12 o'clock position, level off, and we're facing our destination. So yeah, it's the middle dial. The one below it is a needle that swings left and right. That's the VOR needle, I'm sure it is. It tracks the VOR, and there's a little white triangle pointing down, which tells me I'm going away from it, I think. Yeah. Or I'm going towards it. And then the arrow switches upwards, which means I'm going towards the next waypoint, or something like that. Like I say, it's the first episode of the series. And I'm going to be flying different helicopter every video. This first one, we're in the Bell Huey by Teo's Hangar. Really stunning aircraft. If you've not bought it, I recommend you do. I'm not sponsored by Teo's Hangar or any other developer. It's my personal opinion. This helicopter is really nice. Flies nice, handles nice. Doesn't take much to get used to it. So if you're new to helicopters and you want to try one out and you don't know which one to buy, I recommend this one. This is wonderful. Being an army veteran, I just can't imagine. I'm flying this helicopter now, but in the background I've got Creedence Clearwater Revival playing in my head. It's just it has its own personal soundtrack, doesn't it, this helicopter? It really does. Now it says I'm doing 130 knots, but I don't feel like I'm doing 130 knots. It feels like I'm doing about 60. As you get closer to your destination, the needles become really, really twitchy, so they can go off track really quick as you're getting closer to them, closer to the destination. So I'll just bring the map up. Yeah, we're okay. We're heading in the right direction. So if this helipad is on the roof, and I don't know if it is, All I know is that it's a hospital helipad. Some hospitals do have the helipads on the ground in front of the hospitals, some have them on the roofs, so all the route plan will be posted with the video. It'll be in the description if anyone else wants to fly it. Nice little route. Apart from the trees and the fields, it's pretty flat on this route. There's not much terrain where you've got to avoid mountains or hillside or anything like that. It's been pretty level all the way throughout the flight, to be honest, which is probably a good thing. So just looking at the flight plan there, so it does look like it's on the coastline. This hospital. Casualty still panned out. He's had his medication, he's comfortable. I do apologise if I'm sniffing slightly. I've got a bit of a cold, but I've been eager to do the video and I wanted to do it and get it uploaded to YouTube, get the series flowing. If you come and join the Discord, we can chat. You can meet chat with other gamers, other simulator enthusiasts. In time, not just yet, but in time, I want to plan group flights and that kind of thing. I do play other games. I do enjoy gaming, and this is one of the reasons why I stream. Simply because I enjoy gaming. I find it very relaxing, very therapeutic, and after a hard working week, what better way to relax? Unless you're playing Call of Duty, then you can't relax. I'd also like to give a shout out to my friend who's recently followed me on YouTube, Mark. Thank you very much for your support, mate. Much appreciated. I know when we last chatted I mentioned about doing a flight simulator series. Well, this one's for you, my friend. This one's for you. Just look down then at my needle, it's like way off to the right and going the wrong way. Casualty is going to be dead by the time I get there. Stay with us, son, stay with us, we're nearly there. I don't know how big this building is, this hospital. I'm hoping it's pretty big, to be fair. Yeah, when you do a flight in a helicopter, when you do a flight for like an hour and a half, you know you've done a flight. Whereas a fixed wing, hour and a half, autopilot, 30,000 feet, it's not quite the same. Fixed helicopters are a bit more challenging. Not in the technical sense, but in the physical sense. Whenever someone mentions the FMC computer in the big birds, my brain just goes into shutdown mode. Right, so I believe it's on this. We've got a bit of a river coming in here, cutting through the landscape. So if I head over to the river and then turn left and follow the river up to the opening, in theory that should bring us to the hospital. In theory. Again, a bit of VFR, you know, following the land. Technically, that's what we're doing. I think it's on the other side of the water, the other bank opposite us, going off the flight plan. We'll just follow this up and see if we can get a visual on it. We're going to do exactly the same. We're going to do a flyby and see if we can pick out our landing spot, landing zone, and then we can plan our approach. Hopefully it ends up a bit better than the last one. Hopefully. So if you can imagine, we're flying at night now, pitch black, absolute darkness outside the cab windows there, outside the cockpit. This is where level flying would come into it, because obviously you won't be able to see the water. Obviously you've got your altitude indicator and all that, but still it's where your VSI comes into it. So this is, where are we? Kien Giang. This must be the town of Kien Giang, or city of Kien Giang, whatever it's called. I do apologise. Vietnamese is not very good. Right, let's see if we can get a bearing. Right, it's to our right. That needle's wrong. Starters. Tracking the needle there, it's saying it was at 12 o'clock position. It's really not. Obviously be right somewhere. So this is where it gets challenging now, because we're looking for an helipad. We don't know if it's on the roof or whether it's on the floor, on the ground. Right, so it should be in front of us. We're going way too fast. We're going absolutely way too fast. See if I can get a visual on anything. Nope. Not a chance. Let me see. Keep her level. There's a runway. That's a start. Is it a silent runway? It's behind me. Okay. About turn. While we're doing this, let's see if we can bring our speed down a bit. I'm not quite sure where that needle's pointing to. It's clearly not to the hospital. Right. Okay. Now we're looking there. Where are we? To our right. Sorry guys, I'm going to have to leave that flight plan open for a minute, just so I can get my bearings. Should be at a 12 o'clock position, give or take. Bring it. Right. I'm not gonna lie, I'm struggling to see it here. I don't want to descend too much. The problem you've got is, as soon as I get a visual on it, I'm gonna lose it. And then if I've got to fly around it again in a circle to get it, I'm not going to know which building it is. It's at 12 o'clock. It's one of these buildings in front of us. I think it's that one. I really do think it's that one. I know that one doesn't really help you guys. But I think it's that. That's not me, that's a roundabout. That. Someone nearly picked out a roundabout for the helipad then. Well, like I was saying earlier, this is the challenging part. I know we're landing on a helipad. I don't know where the helipad is, and I don't know where the rooftop is, and I don't know if it's on the ground. So I'm literally guessing. Not having much luck. Excuse me. I know it's in this vicinity, it's in this area. Which is the case. I'm flying really, really slow. Trying to anyway. I was keeping a level to see if I can find a helipad. Now, like I mentioned earlier, some helipads are on the ground, and when they're on the ground, some of them are not even marked. So, in all honesty, I can be right above it and I won't even know. And I could go outside the helicopter and, you know, in the photo mode and have a look around, but we don't do that on flight simulator, do we? No, we do it from inside the cockpit, and that's what I'm trying to do, and it's just turned out to be I don't want my speed to pick up again. It is doing slowly. Put some back on it. Let's just get a grip of the speed, because easy Tiger, easy. I'm a lot lower than what I would like. Got to admit. I mean, it's a hospital, so you'd expect it to be a big building, wouldn't you? You would have thought. Right, we'll have a fly in there. Bring that up. We're nowhere near it. It's over there. Right, so it's to our 11 o'clock position. It's in this area here. I wasn't lying when I said I haven't done this flight before. I wasn't telling fibs. It's one of these buildings to me 1 o'clock position. That I do know. Behind us. Not gonna lie, I did not see a helipad behind us. Close though. In the right direction. Nope. Yay. Bring that up a minute. I'm probably terrifying the locals here. A little bit farther. We got an eyeball on. There it is. Off. There she is. Directly below us. There it is. It's a roof helipad. Cracking. Right then. Let's get ourselves over here. Welcome to the channel. It was a 10-minute flight, and 70 minutes of trying to find the helipad. And I'm hoping I'm not going to lose it by turning round. I don't want to climb. I'm hoping that when I turn round now, I can still see the helipad. Hoping. Where's it gone? did have it. It's vanished. No more games. Let's do a flight in a circle flight, circle manoeuvre, whatever you want to call it. Because yeah, I thought I had it then, but by turning round I lost the visual on it. We're back to square one again. At least we know it's on the roof. Should be right in front of me. I'm having an absolute nightmare here. Right. Start again. I'm way too low. The approach was all wrong. I lost visual on the hospital. That's not how you do things in a helicopter. X marks the spot. Where are you? Right, left. Should be over here, 12 o'clock position. Could you imagine doing this in darkness? You know, it's pitch black. Could you imagine trying to find this? Mind you, it might be a bit easy then because it'd be all lit up, wouldn't it? You would have thought. There it is, it's there, it's right there. Right, we're not going to turn around, we're not going to do another approach. I've got a visual on it, that's what we're going for, that's where I'm landing. Because if I go around again, I'm going to lose it. helipad. Steady, steady. Easy, easy. Now that gave me a 5-star rating. 120 feet per minute. I don't think it was that good, to be honest. I thought I touched down a little bit too hard there. It wasn't pretty. Let's have a look outside. I mean, yeah, that took some doing, that, didn't it? That took some doing. Right, let's see, what's the magic button? Do we have a magic button? No, we don't have a magic button. So, that was a good flight. Challenging landing, but yeah, apart from that, all was good. At this point we're just flicking switches. PM. Is it slowing down? Yeah. Quite sure where the rotor brake is. We should have one somewhere. It was there all along. Woof, woof, woof. Fantastic. So there you go guys, that's the end of the stream. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe to the channel. drop us a comment, let us know what your favourite helicopter is if you've been flying on the flight simulator. And yeah, fantastic. So that was a flight from Tranoc Airport, ID Victor Victor Charlie Tango, and we flew over to Camau, ID Victor Victor Charlie Hotel, picked up a casualty, and then we flew to Kien Giang Hospital helipad, where we delivered the casualty safe and sound eventually. ID Victor Victor Tango Victor 8 for the hospital there. That was in the Bell Huey from Teo's hangar. Absolute fantastic aircraft. In the livery of the 17th Cavalry 101 101st Airborne Division. Fantastic. If you haven't purchased it yet, or you're considering it, I highly recommend it. It's a good aircraft to fly. It's very forgiving, as you've just seen. Yeah, fantastic. Thanks very much for dropping by. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I look forward to the next stream. Take care. See you all later. Be safe in the skies.